Stoner Origin Stories with Demi York and B. Gutierrez.
This is a very ladies-heavy episode, and I'm very happy about that.
I know. I'm really
course,
stoked. Hey guys, welcome back to Stoner Origin Stories. I'm one of your hosts, Demi York.
I'm B. Gutierrez, B.
And also Moose is here for those of you who are
And
just
we have
listening.
Capri Suns
And
today.
we got Capri Sun. It's time for my childhood to come back. I'm smoking weed and drinking Capri Sun in the middle of the summer. It's delightful. I love everything about it.
Good morning, darling. It's
So-
just the only way to start the day. Oh my god, isn't it so lovely, darling?
So
This
Hannah
shit
does
is-
the voices that I do, and it's
This
amazing.
shit is wild as fuck already.
Yeah. So today
Not
we
even a
have,
minute
in.
the co-host of the podcast, She Said Let's, who are two of like my very good friends. We have Kay Broch.
Hey.
And we also have Hannah Horwatt. So my dad and I had a fight about how to say Kay's last name because he is like of Scottish descent. And he was like, it's Broch. Broch. And I was like, no, your name is William York. And your family has lived here since the Revolution. So shut the fuck up. You don't know anything.
It's like the old lady's pin. That's what I always say.
yeah.
Broch.
It was just Broch.
Not
Yeah.
Brock.
Not Broch.
Brock.
Just how we all drink around the bend. It'll be all right. Let's just go. I love doing a Scottish accent.
Wait, is your dad like actually from Scotland?
No, he's
like,
just a bitch.
like, was he born in
All
Scotland?
right.
No, my dad's side of the family was here like before the Revolution.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. All right, so you're of Scottish descent.
Exactly.
I like the way you said Hannah's name. You just went Hannah Horwatt.
It's like I like to say it's like a prostitute in a light bulb. Horwatt.
Horwatt.
That's how my dad used to say. That's how I learned
But
how to
did you hear
introduce
how
myself.
fast it came out of her mouth? She went Hannah Horwatt.
She says it
That's
so
how I
often,
need
she
people to
knows.
pronounce it.
I do
moving
say it
forward.
all the time. If we're at the bar and I go to get Hannah's up, I'm like, Horwatt? Yeah, thanks. Horwatt?
Yeah, you like the last names, which I appreciate.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
You're a last name bitch.
I have a few friends that like I can't say that just their first name. It has
Yeah,
to be
that
the first
happens.
and last. Like my friend Joe Clark. Like it was a strain for me to almost
Joe
try
is
and
like
say just
such
Joe.
that's such a basic name. The
That's
whole
like
thing.
my friend Joe Clay.
Yeah,
I can only say Joe Clay. I
Uh-huh.
can't say just
But
Joe.
there are certain friends like Craig. I would never walk up to Craig and go, Craig Johnson.
Craig
No,
Jones
I don't
Jr.
even
John's
remember
Jr.
his last name.
Craig Johnson.
I don't know.
Who's
My
Craig
brain's dead.
Johnson?
Oh, Craig, don't listen to this episode.
New one.
Wait,
Hey,
is that his last name?
His name
Craig
is Craig
Johns.
Johns, and he's a
Oh.
junior.
He's a
So
junior.
Craig Johns
I
Jr.
think my brain automatically filled it in from his Instagram handle because that's how little I say his last name.
Craig Johnson. He's just Craig to me.
He's in my phone as Craig Johns Jr. as well.
Same.
So I should know that in my brain.
Yeah, but it's just Craig.
I have an Uncle Craig.
I do
just
too,
realized
actually.
that.
Weirdly enough, I also do.
I don't.
What an uncle-y name.
It is an uncle-y name. He doesn't look like an uncle to me.
I
What
think
He
you
looks
look
like a
like?
daddy.
I was literally
He looks like
just
daddy.
gonna say that.
This is guys. We are not in West Virginia. This is like incestual.
No, it's what I call
No.
kinky.
No, is that
That's if you call Pedro
no,
Pascal
I'm
daddy.
talking about our hot friend Craig.
Yeah, who the fuck are you
I thought you guys were
about?
talking about your uncles.
No, you idiot.
Holy shit. I was like, this is getting, guys.
My Uncle Craig is balding and loves Home Depot. He is an Uncle
you know what?
Craig.
He sounds like a Craig.
Exactly.
Hannah, you're giving Kristen Bell to me right now.
Wow.
Super
That
hard.
is the greatest thing anyone has ever said to me.
Somebody said that she looked like, what's that bitch, 11? With the bleeding
Oh,
nose?
no.
wait.
No,
Oh,
you don't look like Millie Bobby Brown. No.
Someone said that, and I was like, interesting
No,
take.
even
I was
your
like, a
mannerisms,
child?
it's giving Kristen Bell.
I love that. I love Frozen.
All
That's
of
what
her
you
other
think?
works
That's
nowhere
what
to
you
be
think?
found. I love
All the-
Frozen.
Also forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, that's...
I really
A
liked
more
her
acceptable
newer
one.
movie, The People We Hate at the Wedding.
Oh, dude, she was
Oh, I haven't
fucking
watched that yet.
hilarious in that.
Okay, you gotta watch that.
It's fantastic.
It's really funny.
I don't know if you guys ever saw this, but do you remember Craig Ferguson?
Yeah.
The late
Yes.
night show?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
Him-
Ugly Truth.
Him and Kristen Bell are like besties, and it's the best
Oh.
thing ever. She was on his show multiple times. Like, they're like homies. And I just like used to love watching her and him just like fuck with each other the whole time. It was the best.
I really want to be besties with her and Dak Shepard.
I feel like
I
they'd
love
be fun
Dak
humans
Shepard.
to hang out with.
I want to go quad riding with them so bad. And like,
Quad riding?
yes.
What the fuck is quad riding?
You
Sorry.
know,
You don't know what
quads?
quads are? Like ATVs?
ATVs.
Where are you
I
from?
said
Oh,
RTVs.
Oh, yeah,
I
wait,
don't
where
know.
are you from?
Well, I'm from Utah, but I've never
Okay.
heard them called quads before. I never was into like, what is it? Outdoor sports and vehicles and
What is it? Sports? Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you don't have a choice to be
Outdoor
into it or
activities.
not.
I
if
grew
you're,
up
like,
redneck,
from where we're
so
from.
I'm from Ohio.
I'm from Michigan.
You also kind of grew up
Yeah.
She's
redneck.
redneck Kristen Bell. All right, we got it.
Yeah.
We're getting it in
Kristen Bell is low-key kind of redneck. She's
Well,
from
she married
Michigan.
Dak Shepard.
literally
And she
from
married
Michigan.
Dak
Has to
Shepard,
be.
who is from what?
Michigan.
Oh, why did I think
He's
he was
from
from
I
Michigan.
really
Ohio?
hope that Kristen Bell does see this episode. That'd be awesome. Cheers, Kristen Bell.
Yeah,
Kristen.
we love you,
I cheers my Capri Sun
fellow
to you.
Michigander. Also, do you know anybody who does? So I'm still suckling on my my no.
Her edible
My
has
edible.
hit officially. Her
I
edible
like that.
has
Yeah,
hit.
you didn't choose the word sucking. You
Oh
went
my
for
God,
suckling.
No,
So-
this is the thing. She doesn't chew her edibles.
No, I suck
She
on them. I
sucks
feel
on
like
them.
it has more of an effect. It goes
Even
like
the gummy one.
you
like
just
doing
suck
that.
on it the whole time until it disintegrates. Have you ever heard of this?
No, because I am a monster, and even if it's a hard candy, I suck it down to the very last second. I go,
Oh no, bad. for
I
your
can
teeth?
barely, even the like few
I
times
chew on
I've
ice
done
cubes, too.
acid, it was hard for me not to just like swallow it.
Wait, what?
What
The few
Acid?
times I've done acid, because you have to let it sit there.
Yeah.
You
Swallow
can't
the
just
paper?
swallow it. I like feel like I just want to swallow it because I don't like things just sitting on my tongue. It's weird.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, don't say that to the guys you date. That's not good.
Well, that's a different.
B,
Uh,
B is a throat goat. She's got that shit on lock. You can
Listen,
finish that.
A throat
Crush that.
goat.
I will
Yeah.
gladly
Throat
do
Never
goat.
heard. Any
She,
goat
she
goat.
has a
Yeah.
literal shirt that says it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does
oh,
one
I got
purchase
that.
something
I got
like
that
that?
gluck gluck on
I
lock.
like
yeah.
I like that you shook your head while you said it too. I got that glug glug glug.
I got that gluck gluck on lock.
That luckily for 3,000.
Mhm.
Sigh.
You don't even have
Doesn't
to
it?
go gluck gluck
Moose,
3,000
she's always
to be
high
good.
when she's in here.
No.
It makes her pretty happy though. Moose likes to be stoned. At some point, she's gonna get off from here and then go lay on the floor.
I love that.
and then
for
want to
him.
go out the door and then want to come back in.
Yeah, she's a
routine.
typical woman. She can't make up her mind until she's really set on it.
I feel that.
Yeah.
She couldn't even decide if she felt good or not the other day.
No, she's
Scared the
having a
ever
time.
living fuck out of you.
I sobbed for like a solid hour. Anything goes wrong with her if she so much just breathes the wrong way. I am a wreck.
Oh, well, yo. I came home the other day and my 15-pound Chihuahua Terrier mix had eaten an entire eighth of a bag of mushrooms.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you didn't tell me what the emergency was. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
Did you take them to the vet?
Epicac.
Wait, so what
What did they
happens
do?
to dogs that
Take mushrooms.
it happened once? What happens to dogs that take mushrooms? Because I know what happens whenever they eat weed, and that's like if we were to take acid, that's the effect weed has on dogs.
My dog was wailing,
Oh no.
Oh.
like screaming.
Oh, no.
No.
Scooter.
Oh,
Poor
Scooty's
baby.
Oh,
baby.
and Lily. Lily too was tripping. They both were.
Both
Yeah.
the
Did they just,
dogs.
like,
Both
did they
dogs.
just give them Epicac? So
But
it would
I
come
think
up?
the majority of it was eaten by Scooter. But there was not just regular mushrooms, because it was a birthday bag that somebody had given me. So it wasn't just, it probably was more than an eighth.
I
number
need
one.
new birthday bags.
Number two,
Friends, what the fuck?
number
Be a
two,
comedian.
there was mushrooms and mushroom chocolates and mushroom ground up pills.
Oh, I love the
Ooh.
Like
pills.
like
I
the,
do
yeah,
too.
the,
Those
cap-
are my
the
best.
capsules, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to do the capsules at Disneyland.
But-
you take 4 and then you're good for
But
the day.
chocolate
Mhm.
with dogs, yeah,
Mm-mm.
on top of the
I would pass
mushrooms,
away.
yeah.
Wow.
And they're 15 and 13 pounds, my dogs.
They're so tiny.
They're tiny.
Holy
Mm.
shit.
And they're such sweet little babies. Oh, I'm glad they're okay.
And then I had a panic attack
Oh,
at the vet.
rightfully
because-
so.
Because of course you did. I would
Yeah.
have too.
And So, and then they told me I had to leave and go to the emergency vet because they were closing.
Oh
So
my
they kicked me out.
God.
And I was already in like,
In shambles.
it was
Don't be
bad.
afraid. Drop the name. Oh,
Yeah, dude, that's bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
What was this vet? We'll go.
So we
Throw some
went,
fucking hands.
we went to the emergency vet
Mm-hmm.
and $1,200 later, ladies.
Did they just give them a spoonful of
Oh,
Epicac?
shit.
No, they gave them charcoal to
Oh,
absorb the toxins,
Mm-hmm.
sedated them because they were like
Tripping
Scooter
is-
was bad.
Yeah.
Scooter was bad. Because he's a high energy and high anxiety dog. Like super hard. So
Happy
he
I
was the one who
understand
was
how that
screaming.
goes.
So oh my
Two of
God. Yeah, it was
Dude, how can you be a vet and be hearing a dog fucking wailing and
Right?
be like, actually, Jenna has a date at the front desk, so we must close.
I would have wrung a neck.
If I was even like the vet tech, like a person sitting at that desk, I would be like, no, we're helping this fucking dog.
Oh, absolutely.
both of them were fine, but
That's good.
it was a
That's good.
very rough night.
That
Do you
was
have
their
pet
mushroom
insurance?
origin story.
No.
Fuck,
They
dude.
wanted to keep my dogs there
Correct.
overnight and they gave me a quote of almost $7,000, yo.
Oh.
And I was like, for observation overnight, I can watch their asses overnight.
Yeah, they
like-
didn't get to my Coke bag. I can stay up all
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, bad joke. Too soon.
I'm not mad.
It was too soon.
Fuck.
Dude,
It was a rough one.
that's so
yeah,
awful.
That's terrifying, dude.
But I
I'm glad
found
they're
out
okay.
later
I would
that
have brought you espresso to keep you up.
I found out later that, no dog, there hasn't really been a case where a dog has eaten magic mushrooms and died, but they
Oh, well,
have
that's
gotten very
good.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
course.
you know what? I want to
He
see
said
that
the same
fucking
thing.
movie that's coming out about the dogs.
Strays.
Yes.
With Will Forte.
Because there's a scene where the dogs eat wild mushrooms.
Yeah.
And then they trip.
You shouldn't watch that. That's going to be pretty triggering for you.
Maybe wait a little bit
Dude,
because
no,
it'll
wait
be.
a little
gave
while.
me like PTSD
yeah.
over my dogs. Like I bought a fucking camera and put
Yeah.
it in my shit.
Oh, yeah. I bought a
Because I
Furbo
was
and
like,
we
I want to
started
see
sick.
what the fuck they're
Rightfully
doing.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I check my Furbo all the time.
Yeah,
Keep that shit
it's-
on lock.
We'll be at the bar. Hannah's like looking at her phone really intently.
It's like 1 a.m. I'm like, what
and
are
I'm
they
literally
doing?
like, I'm like,
Watching
are
the
you
dogs,
looking? Are
right?
you looking at the dogs? You're looking at the dogs right
abso-fucking-lutely.
now.
Yeah.
What? I'm worried. What if Spyro's eating more of the furniture?
What are you gonna
So-
do?
My roommate's dog.
Who's
We have-
basically
Are you gonna
Hannah's
get
dog.
home quick
we
enough
each have
that
a
he doesn't
husky.
do it anymore?
No, but I can yell at him through the Furbo.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can,
thing.
you can. There's a microphone.
I did that.
Oh, I know.
I was in Pittsburgh. I got a notification. Your dog might be chewing on something. Clicked on the fucking thing, and Spyro was trying to eat the couch. I went, Spyro, don't you fucking do that. I will murder you right now, bro. Stop. And he like immediately looked up, looked at the Furbo, and was like, and then walked over to it, and he was like, what's going on? Who is
Where
yelling
is
at me?
she?
Where are they?
Where is she? Is she trapped in this magical box?
What is this?
I feel
and then I
very out
tried
of
to
this
throw them
conversation
treats.
because I have no dog.
You have a cat though.
Yeah, but I don't care about it as much as you care about your dogs. Like, you don't need to take care of cats.
Oh
They
my
just do whatever they do. They're very low maintenance.
Dude, I have a friend who has a cat who, like, she went out of town, and you would have swore I shot her in the face when I was like, oh, I thought I only had to go check on it, like, twice. She was like,
What do you
I needed you to go see her every day.
Remember when we went for my
I was like,
birthday
"It's a
and
cat."
Braxton left and forgot to feed Ari or water him? We left him for 5 days with no food or water. I mean, he survived. I mean, he had like a lot of food and water from the day before, but like, yeah, we didn't do anything.
I mean, but did anyone die? Like,
No, it was fine.
he,
He's like
whatever.
12 and a half. He's made it
Yeah.
a long time. He just
Cat's
lives.
Oh
been
my
through
God.
a lot of shit.
He's a
It's,
survivor.
it's just sitting in the corner smoking Marlboro Reds when she comes home and shit.
That's what she used to smoke. Speaking like
Honestly.
Gandalf, like, I will not pass.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, he's survived so many things. I think he's on like maybe his 7th life, maybe, but you know.
This
Oh, we
bitch just
should-
got back from a Euro trip and she was like, I went over to her house yesterday. She was like, last night was the first night Ari cuddled me since I got back. He's finally not mad at me anymore.
Yeah, he won't
He
even
was
like let me
pissed.
pet him.
Moose gets vindictive as fuck. She's like one of the only dogs that I know that are truly vindictive. And like she does it with like funny shit. Like it's like doesn't even make me mad because it just makes me laugh. Like she knows where I like she knows where I like certain things to be in the house, so she'll move them.
Yeah, she's smart.
Yeah.
That's what cats do too. They know like things that annoy you, and then they
she's
purposely
literally
do
a
them.
cat dog because she's kind of like that. She doesn't really care about people that much, but she gets really offended if you don't say hello to her. And she needs to be near me at all times, but she's not like that with anyone else. But if someone comes into the fold, they're part of the pack.
I think we should have a Nickelodeon-a-thon where we watch like Cat Dog and like Rocket Power and like all that and like the Amanda Show.
The Amanda Show.
That kind of makes me sad now,
Rip
though.
Amanda Bynes. She's not dead, but she's doing
career is-
something.
I don't know. She's a comedian now, it feels like. Because her life is so funny.
Oh,
You know?
I feel
God
bad for
damn
Amanda Bynes.
you bitches are fucking mean, man. God damn.
Honestly,
I do
no,
like
listen.
dark comedy,
Amanda
so I
Bynes.
don't know.
No, power to Amanda
Dude, I
Bynes
hope-
because
listen,
she's
I hope
the
she makes
man.
it. She's-
the Amanda Show.
The Amanda Show made me
Truly-
understand sketch comedy, like at a
Yeah.
very young age.
She's iconic.
That was
Yeah.
my
Fucking
original
hate that
Saturday
shit
Night
so hard.
Live.
Sorry, Alex.
B just like scooped the end of her mic
Literally
and
ripping it off.
basically.
It's because I'm high now.
I told you you'd like that weed.
Hey, speaking of highness,
Frosted Flakes.
Yeah,
we
speaking of
have a
highness.
question for y'all.
Yeah. All right.
Ask away.
Let's start with Kay. I feel like you've been isolated over there.
Okay, first
How-
of all, though, I was just thinking before we got on this that I don't know Hannah's answer, which is wild.
Oh, about what her stoner origin
Yeah.
story is?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
I actually don't think I know.
You don't.
Yeah,
I know
'cause I
so
think when
many
I started
things.
doing this, you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna save mine."
Yep.
Well, and she's
Everyone
like
else,
one
like,
of the
kind of
biggest
auditioned
stoners I
their
know.
stories.
So, like,
Yeah.
why don't I know? You know?
I don't know.
I
You're
wish
gonna
you-
find out today.
I
I was saving it for this moment.
Hannah has this cup of noodles vape holder.
Oh, yeah, you
Oh,
left
it's
it in
in
the
my
car.
car.
I literally was like, I was amazed that you didn't have it on your vape because it's so funny.
It's in my purse in the other room.
It's
Cute.
okay.
I'll show you after.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
It is really cute.
Anyways, yeah, I'm really excited to hear this. But I want to start with Kay anyways.
I agree.
Okay.
Haha.
I don't
You
think I
thought-
know.
Yeah.
Bitch, you
yours
thought.
either.
I don't know yours at all.
Well, yeah, because I was like a late smoker.
How
Like-
late?
A late bloomer.
Well, in high school, I feel like all the people who smoked were like such losers.
I like the woman with the
nobody
red hair is
talked.
the late smoker
Yeah.
in the room.
Well, yeah, because I don't like to be calm, right? Like I would prefer to be like
the eyes.
very
eyes.
up
I like
Up.
that.
constantly. Like I want to be stressed.
She's like
every
definitely a
moment of my
cocaine. Yeah,
You know,
definitely
like-
a cocaine woman.
Which is
yeah.
so funny
Yeah.
because I've never done cocaine in my life.
Let me
And I
tell
mean,
you,
like,
you
yeah.
never
I
should.
don't think you
probably
should.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
Probably
You
way
really
too
don't.
much.
I don't
She's
need
gonna
it.
do that shit and be like, I just found my new passion in
Kay's
life.
also a producer, so she'd be running around like, wait, where's the boom? Where's the boom? Anybody see the boom?
I'm
guy? Where
already
is it?
running
Yeah,
around like that anyway.
I know. Yeah,
That's what
I
I'm
know.
saying,
Can you
like, I
imagine if it
live.
was worse?
I would have
Dude.
a heart attack.
Yeah.
You'd have to bury me. Yeah. So anywho, I didn't smoke in high school. And then my dad is a huge stoner. Obviously I would kind of
Amazing.
know that he was like, I would see green shit on like a particular plate that he kept in the laundry room. Like
I
when
like
I was
that your
young.
dad was so open about it.
Well, he wasn't open about it, but like, you know, I was an only child.
My
I would
da-
like mosey
My mom
around and like
taped her
look at
weed.
shit.
My mom taped her weed to the inside of her guitar and would restring it after she smoked.
Oh, I
That's
should ask my
so
parents how they
severe.
hid their weed.
My mom just like didn't want anyone to know.
But yeah, so my dad actually got suspended or like kicked out of school for a little bit because he was selling weed when he was younger. And then
What's your dad's name?
Sparta Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. That's such a
Jeff.
stoner name.
Jeff.
Hey man, you
Yeah.
talk to Jeff. He's got spliffs.
Like just always been huge into weed. And then when I got older in college, I like both my parents weren't like really the best. So I kind of like the fact that they smoked made me think that smoking was bad. Like that when they smoked, they changed and then they weren't the people that I knew before or whatever the fuck because I didn't know much about weed. And so I never really wanted to smoke weed because of that. But then I found my dad would have these like big Ziploc baggies, like the gallon size ones, full of like chronic weed in his, like kept away in his walk-in closet. So I would steal bits of it and then I would go sell it at school for like profit in college. So I was like making money, but not putting any money in.
Yeah.
It's called a family tradition.
Yeah.
Family tradition.
And because he didn't want me to know that he was smoking weed, he wouldn't say anything. So even if he wanted to, he would be like even if he knew it was missing, he like wouldn't call me out on it. Because then he'd have to admit like I have gallon-sized baggies of weed. So, do you love it? Do you love it?
I was listening, I promise.
No,
That
I'm
was
saying the
that
weed
Best
fucking-
reaction.
Skywalker, though.
Yeah, right?
It's wild.
Right?
I remember the first times I hit your weed pen and I was so fucked up.
It's not.
Everybody judges my weed pens.
That's because they're so severe. They're wild,
I
which
like
is
strong shit.
fine,
I didn't
yeah.
Hannah and I love
didn't
going to the
cough
movies
off
all the
it.
time, and we'll be
Huh?
in
I
the back of
didn't
the
cough off
theater, and
it,
we're like,
though.
everyone can
Right?
smell this.
It's like, it's nice,
I
but
didn't.
it's,
I didn't cough off that shit, and I
She's
normally
smooth.
cough off of cartridges.
oh yeah, it's smooth, but it hits.
Good.
Like
Yeah,
butter.
but it hit
Like butter.
yeah.
butter.
Like butter.
Yeah, so I was making all
Sorry,
this.
Kay.
So I was making all this
Side
money
combo.
off of selling weed that I didn't even smoke, and then finally I smoked one time in the
This
dorms.
comes back to the I never want to be calm energy.
Yeah, it was hustling.
I'm
It was-
hustling this weed, which is a crime, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
be anxious about it. But I'm not smoking the weed that might make me less anxious about it.
I
so
wasn't anxious
iconic.
about selling it. I've never been anxious about doing illegal things
No.
ever.
Neither
I've been
is she.
arrested 8 times.
I was just about to
Like
say, that's
I
my
had
kind
an
of girl.
ankle
Yep.
tether.
8 times.
Yeah, 8. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
I don't think I was charged with 8 things, but yeah,
I already loved you, but this is like
it's
Up
very
the ladder.
strange.
You didn't know that.
I didn't know
not,
this.
Not expected. I
You've been
guess.
arrested more than me.
Yeah,
more than you.
I'm arrest
You're
free
really
over
good at
10
getting away
years
with
though.
shit.
How many
That's the
times
thing.
has everyone in this
I've
room
never been arrested.
I know. I said you're really good at getting away with shit. That's the thing.
I've never
Well,
been
I've got
arrested.
away with
Me
way
either.
more
I've
shit
gotten
than the
close
8
to it,
times.
but-
That's for sure.
You're like, I definitely didn't. My ratio of
Yeah,
caught to
yeah.
uncaught is
Yeah.
pretty high.
Yeah.
Like,
I just never understand why you can't do certain things. Like if I don't understand why a law is made and it doesn't make sense to me, then I
Fuck
will
it.
not follow.
it's very Republican of you.
I mean, but is it? I don't know. Maybe not.
It's
I
all
feel
right,
like it's
but they're the
anybody.
right laws for you to not be Republican about it.
Right.
It's not like you're out there
True.
like, I'm gonna buy a gun in the black market that's a machine gun
No.
and then shoot up a school like a Republican.
Yeah, no, that's not me.
Good.
But yeah, so then I finally smoked in college because there was this boy who had a very dark past, which I loved boys with dark past. His dad was like caught like talking to little girls on the internet or something.
What?
Yeah, he was like a
I like that you
pedophile.
just got riled up about this past. Like she got so excited about it.
It's a
his
good
dad
story.
was a pedophile. It was so hot. Like,
That's not the hot part about it, you idiot. I'm saying his dad was a pedophile, and so then he like went off to jail or whatever. They like got caught by like one of those people who like pretends to be a kid but then isn't a kid. Thank God.
oh my god, like that show.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
god.
Yo.
What if his dad had been one of the people on the show? I'm
I
adding
don't know.
to
We'll have
his
to look it
story.
up. I don't remember his last name.
Oh, we gotta look it
but
What
up.
was
then-
his first name?
I think it started with the T. Was it? I hope it wasn't
Terry?
Trevor because I hate that name.
Trevor.
But anyways, he was very
Was he really
hot.
into pop punk?
I don't know.
I was
Probably
about to say,
everybody was
if you
at
said
that
yes,
time.
I would have said it was Trevor.
Everybody was though, you know?
Yeah.
So was I. But then like his like top cheerleader girlfriend broke up with him and like nobody would talk to
Oh
him.
my
at his
god, this is a
school,
CW
like
show.
all this stuff. So then I was from a neighboring school and I was like, oh, well, I'll talk to you. But then he was like a huge pothead and he would always say, do you
Okay,
have
if my
any...
dad was a pedophile, I would have been a pothead too.
Yeah,
I would have been like, I don't feel it. I would have
Yeah,
actually
of
been
course.
on Xanax, probably.
Yeah. He was very troubled.
Dude, I feel like you should
So-
turn this whole thing into like a treatment for like the new
That's my-
like
she's literally a
my
writer.
so-called
Yeah,
life.
that's literally
She's a
yeah,
writer.
yeah.
Yo,
She should.
just write what you know, bitch. You
Oh,
got
It's
this.
No,
too
that's
much.
what she
I know.
does.
I know too much.
She has
I
so
love
many
too much.
I know
stories.
too much.
So many stories.
So anyways, so he would always be like, hey, do you have any bud? And I would be like,
Yeah,
no,
I'm a
I
dealer.
can't buy beer. Like, because I thought he meant like Bud Light. It was so embarrassing. I knew nothing.
That's
Wait, so you were a
amazing.
drug dealer that didn't know that the drug you peddled was called bud?
No,
Bro.
because I never smoked it before.
Bruh.
But anyways, so I
Bruh.
smoked it
Bruh
with
button.
him
Moose's
at this
head.
party at Michigan State University. And then I freaked out while I was at this party and was like, I'm just like my parents. I'm just like my parents. Like literally like broke out into like a fucking panic attack and was like, I'm a horrible person. I'm going to end up just like them. So I ran 2 miles home in the middle of the night, all the way back to my dorm, and then started just sobbing myself to sleep in a loft bed. Mind you, you had to climb the bed and it was like touching the ceiling almost. It was so hot. And I called everyone I knew and was like, tell me that I'm not a bad person. I think I'm horrible. Do you think I'm going to end up like Jeff? I need to know.
Am I gonna be like Jeff?
Yeah.
Dude, the fucked up thing is the second he said that I ran 2 miles in the night. The song from Anastasia, "In the brink of the night, people will find you."
I love
started
that movie.
running through my head, and I was picturing the whole story to that song. Because
Good.
I am
I would
also a
love that.
writer, so like I was like, I would definitely sound supervise the fuck out of this show. And
Mhm.
put that song. If you could ever get Disney, fucking jump off their asshole and give it to you.
Yeah.
True.
Well, so then I didn't really smoke at all after Trevor or whatever the fuck his name was.
We're calling
We're
him
not
Trevor.
We're calling him Trevor.
And he
yeah,
loved
yeah.
pop punk, and
Yeah.
he hated his father.
Hey, as he should. I
As he
guess.
should.
Yeah.
I hate his
I
dad.
also hated my dad, so it's perfect.
Oh
you
my
know
god.
what I mean?
Yeah.
We were simpatico. But then I didn't start smoking again until my roommate here, maybe what, like 6 years ago? Yeah, I moved in with my roommate
Braxy?
here. Yeah, Braxton. And he was a huge pothead. And he would delight in getting me super high because I would be out of my mind, obviously.
Oh my God.
Because I don't get like quiet. I start like pacing around and like grabbing several snacks
I'm
and
a
like
cleaner.
I
I'm
know.
viciously
dancing
clean.
and shit.
Yeah, she puts on a show.
Yeah. He's
And
like, I don't
I
need you
mean-
to tell me every single thing that you're eating and display it for me. I'm like, I need you to see it.
No,
obviously.
you know what? We went to Cabo for her birthday. At the end of the night, every single night, we would just smoke blunts.
Oh, I know. What
We
you're
got
gonna say.
so high. Our last night there, she did an outfit change, came out onto the balcony and just started singing and dancing
The
along
outfit
to like
change
Mandy
doesn't surprise
Moore.
me.
No.
And then she gets up. We have a glass balcony. She tries to climb it, and me and Braxton are like
They
screaming.
thought I was gonna leap. Okay, I
she
I
was
just wanted to
leaning over it
explore
like
a
she was
bit.
gonna fall over, bro.
No, I wanted to do, do a couple
Bro.
tricks.
No.
I used to be like a gymnast and a cheerleader, so sometimes I do like
Over a
tricks.
glass balcony.
Why not? Seems dangerous. Feels right up my alley.
It was glorious and chaotic, and I loved it.
It always
But
is.
that part was terrifying. I
Yeah.
was like, if she dies here in Cabo, that's not going to be good for anyone.
Dude, you gotta deal with the consulate.
I am
Yeah.
Mexican, so it would have been kind of poetic to die in Mexico, right where my origins are. You know, I can make anything sound good.
Are you sure you're not a marketer, darling?
A what?
A marketer.
Oh, yeah, I also work in marketing.
You know who she's giving me? Who's the chick that stars in the Russian doll show?
Oh,
I love
Natasha
that.
Leone.
How is she not a
Hannah
lesbian?
and I- Oh
Yeah.
my, wait,
Oh, right?
she's not?
You
Is
give
she?
me,
I don't
you
know.
give
She
me,
is.
you give me that vibe.
You left me hanging.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's great.
like a less Marlboro smoking version,
Right,
A little less
right.
raspy.
Raspy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel that. do
yeah,
have a
I
deeper
feel
voice,
that. Yeah, this is a character.
We gotta do it. We gotta do a
show of
TikTok of
people.
this. Me
Yeah.
and you. Me as Natasha and you as Kristen
Kristen.
Bell. Almost
Or
forgot her
Ryan
name.
Johnson. It's just them rehearsing scenes.
Ryan
Oh.
Johnson.
Yeah, she did his series, Poker Face.
Oh yeah. We
Cheers.
talked to what's her fuck.
Taylor?
We
Mhm.
talked to What's Her
Wants her
Fuck.
fuck.
What's her fuck?
I'm not good with names, but I am good with
She's not.
faces.
I think it's really funny that all
I'm not
people
good
who
with
drink Capri
either.
Suns always do the hand jiggles at the bottom of the Capri Sun.
You
You have
must.
to because you have to get all of the contents out of the bag.
There's not much in here. You know what I mean? So what you have,
Dude,
you
and
need
when
all
you were
of.
a kid, it didn't feel like
That's
much. Now it just
ASMR.
feels like 3 sips.
That's
Yeah.
because we're more thirsty now.
I've had a dude shoot a load bigger than this into my face.
I think
oh
we
my
all
God.
have.
Oh no.
Have we
No,
not?
I don't think me.
That's an
got-
awful. That's a large amount. I feel
I
like,
know.
What is that,
I'm
like,
so
like,
pissed. I wear so much
Is
makeup.
that like 6 to 8 ounces? That's a lot. I feel like that's a lot.
We need a fact check.
I mean,
What's
but
in here?
if that was like an actual thing, think of the amount of protein that would be in that
Imagine
shit.
if we just did a Mythbusters of that and just squirted like an entire
See how much
Capri
comes
Sun
out?
down
What's wrong
people's
with this
face.
man? That's too much.
I feel like
A lot of
I feel
pineapple
like that's
juice.
not jizz. That's going down. It maybe piss too.
it's like when
No!
girls squirt and it's like water.
I have a story for you.
Okay, Hannah has the best piss in your mouth story. Of
Hold
all
on, we need
time.
Hannah's origin
Yeah,
story
yeah.
first.
Okay, we'll do the
stay on
origin
track.
story first.
Here.
We
We're
do.
veering way off, and that's
This is
going down a
true.
weird alley. I feel like
It was the simultaneous.
No.
I think they already gave themselves away on that answer, but okay, we got to get to the origin stories.
So that's
Hannah.
me. That's me as a smoker.
I
now
really enjoyed that.
And then, okay, I will say one more thing. When
I
I
love
was
it.
in Europe just now, I went to this dinner party that lasted for 75 hours, it felt like, which was great because I love the people. I will say that. But we drank like 5 bottles of wine and had like a 6-pack and like between 5
Where were you
people.
again?
I was in London.
Oh, I thought you said Germany. I was like, that tracks.
Oh, no,
London
no,
also
no.
tracks.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
people were from New York that like were with me or from London. And then we just kept drinking and they kept like, you know, when everybody fills up their thing and they do it at the same time, every time I'd be like, no, I'm good, you know, because I like drink really slow and whatever and not as much, I guess, apparently. And they'd be like, I'd be like, I just really like to smoke at night. And they're like, you're so LA. Oh my God, that's so LA.
So LA of you.
Not to be like a complete alcoholic and just want to smoke at night.
Listen,
I mean, I'm not saying
we
we'll
all
have
know
some
complete
drinks.
alcoholics that live
Sure.
here. It's
I
fine.
love a
Yeah.
crossfade.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't love a crossfade. I like a light crossfade.
I agree. I like a light crossfade.
It's on the wrist of the salt of the
I like
cross.
see my whole thing is I like to do like 2, maybe 2.5 drinks and then smoke some joints. That's my
I don't
nice
pay attention.
crossfade.
2.5
Shit.
drinks, she says.
Yeah, it
A
also depends
half
on
of
what
a
I'm
drink.
drinking.
It also depends on if it's free.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if it's free,
If
she
it's
likes to have
free,
about 6
We having a
drinks.
lot of drinks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if it's free, we're having like at least 8.
One margarita.
1 margarita.
Okay, stoner
Okay.
origin story for you.
So
okay.
what got you to this
Yeah.
now equation?
Okay, so my story also started with a boy in high school. It was my high school
Doesn't it always?
boyfriend. I know. He was like the skater boy, hung out with like a group of skaters.
Enter Avril Lavigne.
Quite literally. I thought that I was in love with this man. Young love. So dumb. He's married with a kid now. Good for him. That's
Everybody
Mm.
is.
Love
No,
that
literally.
journey for you, my guy.
literally. So we were on and off for like 3 years, but in like our first year together, he was hanging out with his friends. I went to go hang out with them. And they started smoking out of a water bong, but it was like a homemade water bong. Somebody else had an apple bong. And I had never smoked weed before, never thought about it. They offered it to me and I was like, well, I can't say no because then they're going to think I'm a fucking loser. So,
Dork,
of
obvious.
course, I did 1 rip of the water bong, about died. We were sitting on like a stoop of a church in like the middle of the town.
With a water.
No, this was after we had
Oh,
Oh,
smoked.
I was like, what?
I was like,
No.
damn, you smoked for the first time at a church?
No, we did it
I'm
under-
That's
Catholic and I
amazing.
hate it,
We
but
did-
that's bold.
We did that under
That's
a
amazing.
pavilion in a park nearby. And then we walked over to the stoop on the church, sat there for a while. I'm like internally having a panic attack because I think everybody knows that I'm high, which like I'm for sure stoned out of my mind. But
Mhm.
also the first feeling of being high, I don't know. And I was like, I need to go on a walk. So we all go on a walk.
You turned
And then we
into Kay.
go back to the park. And then we're just whiling around. Finally, like it calms down, whatever. A few months go by. We go to a barn party.
As
Got
one
it.
does.
Yeah,
I
because
do love that childhood because Sam.
Pennsylvania. So my best friend growing up, who is still like one of my best friends to this day, Brooke, she was with me. I forget who drove us, but it's like a group of my friends. My boyfriend at the time was there. And they offered us weed again. So we're all
Sweet.
just smoking the like Swisher sweets turned into blunts.
Mhm.
Anyway, the cops showed up, so we had to run from the cops, and then we ran to a friend's house. There was weed and alcohol there. We're all in high school, underage. I call my sister, and I'm like, hey, just so you know, we're kind of fucked up right now, and we need you to come pick us up, because my sister's 8.5 years older than me. She's like, good. I'm pretty sure she also bought us alcohol earlier that night, so good for her. Shout out Haley. But she finally picks us up. We go home, and she was like, you can never fucking do that again. Like, you can do this if I'm around, but don't do that again until, like, you're good. And I was like, I can't promise you anything.
Because you love the weed.
I loved the weed. But
you
then
didn't
I
like it at first, but then you did at the second.
I
one.
didn't like the panicking at first, but then I liked it. But I did panic whenever the cops showed up.
Well,
And
Well,
the
it
inner
was-
panic
I
set
feel
in
like
again.
rightly
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
I stopped for a little bit. We had, before I moved here, I had a girls' trip with like 3 of my best friends growing up to Erie, Pennsylvania to go to Lake Erie. We brought weed with us. We also brought a case of Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Oh, we've
One
talked
case.
about Mike's Hard on here.
One
case
case for 4 of us. But
We
we
all
were,
get one
at
and one
this
boy.
point, we're all lightweights. We
Oh, yeah.
don't know what we're doing. We're like children. So we smoke. My Brooke got way too high. Mind you, this trip was like before our birthdays are 2 days apart. This trip was right before both of our birthdays. She starts panicking because she has massive crossfade about her birthday.
Off her 1.5 Mike's Hard.
Yeah, she's massively crossfaded, starts sobbing, and she goes, I missed my birthday. Like, sobbing about missing her birthday. We're all hysterically laughing. We start crying, laughing.
What does that mean?
She thought that she missed her birthday.
Like,
Because
she
she
just
that
like
day?
forgot about it.
Like, she thought that her birthday had passed.
I love your response.
I just did anyone else actually get it?
No, I went like this. I was like, wait, how?
Okay, so
How?
I'm
it
the only
didn't
one who
make
says
sense.
it.
It didn't make
That's
sense.
what's
That's just
happening.
why it's hilarious.
That's why it was
Yeah.
funny, because we were all like,
me and Hannah have
what
the
the
same
fuck do you
brain, so we're
mean?
both
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about?
yeah, we're like, we didn't.
It's like when
No
you're
one
really
missed your
high
birthday.
and someone's like, and you're like, fuck, I missed that meeting. And they're like, no, dude, it's Monday. And you're like, no, but I missed that meeting. They're like, dude, it's Monday. And you're like, what are you talking
The
about?
meeting is Monday,
No,
or
and
today
then-
is Monday. See, this is me.
No,
I
like
get it.
you're panicked. Yeah, exactly. You're panicked about being like, I missed the meeting. I missed it. And they're like, oh no, dude, the meeting is on Monday. Like, you're fine. It's Sunday right now.
Right.
Like, have you ever thought like you were late for work while you're really high and they're like, you don't work today?
I've never been really high
It's the
and like
same-
really had to do
You
stuff.
and I-
That's
like,
never happened to me, but I
Yeah.
understand
I
what
was
you're
panicking
saying.
about having to get high this early in the morning today. It was like my whole day is ruined. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This
What
is
am
a
I
normal
gonna
day
do?
for me.
Eat a bunch of bread? Like,
I don't know. I can't. I'm like not like a. I'm only like I have to be prepared to be very high. You know,
oh no, I like a pleasant surprise. I
I-
like the sneaky high.
I
like
can
a
drink
wake and
at
bake.
any time of the day. I will say that.
I like
can't
sneaky
do
high.
that.
I like sneaky high because like sometimes you'll be walking through Target and you'll have hit your vape pen a few times. You're like, okay, maybe it wasn't that powerful. And you hit the aisle with the Goodles and it hits the right way. I
The
can tell you,
what?
Goodles, the best mac and cheese in the whole world.
See,
She's
we told you.
predictable. She always gets down around this marker. She's honestly a really great time
She
marker for
knows.
this exact
Yeah.
reason.
Wow.
Mama.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I need it. Right.
So Goodles is this
You
like
would love
clean,
it.
healthy mac and cheese.
okay,
it's like-
not selling me.
It's like no. It's boxed.
tastes
It's
delicious.
boxed mac and cheese that's made clean, but it tastes better than Kraft could have ever fucking dreamed.
Okay, well,
And they
Kraft
have-
isn't that good either.
Okay, but
Velveeta,
in
baby. What are
fuck
you talking
you.
about?
Fuck you.
You could eat it 7
No.
times. It's huge.
Fuck that.
You
Fuck
put
that.
sriracha.
Velveeta is
you
bullshit.
Put, no.
No.
Frank's Red
No.
Hot.
You're out
You
of your
have
mind.
to add so many things
What are
to
you
make
talking-
Velveeta mac and cheese
Velveeta is
good.
literally one thing.
No, I mean
to
to
make
make
it-
it good, you have to add a lot
No.
of things.
No, the cheese is pristine.
No,
it's
it's
Velveeta.
No, it's not pristine. It's ass. It is the ass of cheese.
No, I don't.
I'm
think
from
so.
Ohio. I know this for a
That
fucking
Wisconsin was the
fact.
cheese place, not
Uh-uh.
Ohio.
The whole Midwest, we got fat covered.
Okay, listen up. I'm from Michigan, you idiot.
Oh, right.
Jesus Christ.
You win. Fine. All right, well, this is
But
a
I'm not
Michigan,
claiming
Ohio
cheese.
battle.
I'm not claiming
Fuck you.
cheese. either.
Velveeta is awful.
I'm not claiming cheese.
I'm not claiming the cheese
Velveeta
state,
is
but I am
awful.
closer. I am closer, right over the lake of Michigan.
Ah, well, people from Michigan have never been accused of having taste.
I mean, or Ohio.
These are some sick
Ohio
that's
is
burns,
for
guys.
lovers, bro.
I don't know.
Isn't that an emo song?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
About
Which is
like
a
killing
big-
About
yourself?
killing yourself? Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Ohio
they
is for
live in
lovers. I'm
Ohio.
pretty sure it's about killing yourself.
Is it? No, I think
100% is.
the guy who was in the band did kill himself.
Oh.
No,
I
oh
think
no, the
that's what it
song
is.
isn't it
Is-
like
what?
slit my
Is it?
wrists and
Alex, will you Google
dab
that?
my eyes or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But just because you slit your wrist doesn't mean you want to die.
I
It's
can
called
Google
self-harm.
it.
I mean,
What do you need me to Google?
It's Ohio for lovers about suicide.
I don't.
Ohio is for lovers.
Here, I'm just gonna press
Who
Google
perish?
and you type all that in
Okay. Give it to me.
because I'm
The
way
fact
too
check.
high to do it. And
know,
by
I
the
keep
way,
forgetting.
all of your fucking boxed mac and cheeses are gross, bitches.
yeah, why don't you just make it?
Make it from scratch in the crock pot or in the
Oh.
oven.
I also
I
make
make- I'm
I
an
also
oven.
make from
Crock
scratch,
pot.
but
Do
we
it
don't
right.
have time for some
Yeah.
scratch.
Then I
My-
don't eat it.
Do you remember that mac and cheese I made the other day? You had
With
to see
real
this.
cheese,
Yeah.
not fucking powder or plastic. Because that's what Velveeta is. Let's
Yeah.
be
Demi
real.
is actually
Velveeta
a really
is
good cook.
plastic.
I am a really good cook.
Yeah.
I made this mac and cheese from
Did you,
scratch
did
the
you
other
figure
day.
it out?
What
I
was that
know.
thing you made? Was
What
it?
were we
it was,
even typing?
It was some sort of
Something
broccoli
about
thing.
My broccoli casserole
Yeah.
that everybody ate up
That was
at
good.
fucking
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
Whoa.
Hey, here we go. Here we go.
Also known as simply Ohio.
I have never once heard that song be called Ohio.
Anthem. No, nobody says that. Whoever wrote this is a liar.
Oh,
It
the song is about going on tour whilst leaving their girlfriends behind in Ohio.
No, it isn't. That's such a lie.
I told you it wasn't
Then
about
why do they
suicide.
have why is one of the
Why
like
is-
lines in the song "slit my wrists and black my eyes"?
Yeah, that doesn't
because
make
he's
any
so
sense.
sad that he left her.
Bro,
Oh Jesus. This also
No.
Dude.
Why
No,
is a
man.
little girl shown rapidly aging and a spider is spinning its web? What does that have to do with leaving your girlfriend?
Maybe they were friends with your pedophile ex-boyfriend's dad.
dad.
Trevor's
Okay.
Trevor's dad.
the band members were wearing each other's clothing and the microphone was hanging from the ceiling because they forgot to bring the stand because
Oh,
they
shocker.
are fools.
Trash.
Exactly.
Wow.
I don't know. I love
It's a
that
great
Ohio's just
song.
something that people shit on now. It actually makes me really happy.
Now forever.
Well, no, but now it's just like memed up.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
true.
the Ohio comments on TikTok always send me fucking reeling. I'm always like, oh yeah, he must live in Ohio, when it's someone screaming about how they hate their life or something, and you're like,
I mean, you can't help
right.
where you're
The
from.
Ohio memes are like the Nickelback memes now.
I know, I really love it.
I know.
It makes me really happy.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so we have to tell the piss story now because people are gonna think we were talking about drinking piss.
Yeah, no.
We'll go
Okay,
with
so I went to hook up with this guy, and
'Cause
in
girls gotta
the
get
middle of us hooking up, the first thing he did.
Shit, the first thing.
Yeah. Oh no,
The
there were
first
three.
thing.
There were three different things that happened. The
Please.
first thing was he stopped. He turned on the TV and he put on Tron Legacy, and I went.
I'm not mad at that.
I
That
was
shit
like,
sounds hot as fuck.
Ew. I was like, did you? This was like 4 a.m. I'm like, did you just put on Tron Legacy?
Fuck yeah, dude.
And
That's
he
some
was like-
high ass shit that I would do in the middle of the night. And I'd go make a fucking hot dog and
Just
eat
to
it.
fuck.
I'd be like, hell yeah,
He was
let's
trying to
make
get
some
his hot dog
dogs.
eaten though. Like that's
Love
different.
you.
Let's make some dogs and watch Tron Legacy at 4 a.m.
I would have preferred
Yeah.
that.
And
Make
then
some dogs
once-
and watch some
I'm
electronic
just saying.
hogs.
And,
Yeah.
and then once we done and full and sweaty, we can get down. Let's go.
I
That
would
sounds
have
hot
wanted you
as shit.
before and then eat.
I'm just saying.
I
Let's go.
would've
Why? No. Well, we
preferred
can do
that.
that too.
Yeah.
Let's go back and forth. Cool. It's cool. It's cool. With
It's
the
just-
lighting.
It's just like
Ooh.
everything everywhere all at once porn. It's just a dude like with Tron
With the
Legacy in the
lighting.
background feeding someone hot dogs.
With the
while they
hot dog
fuck.
fingers.
With the
Yeah.
lighting.
Oh no.
He was nervous. And it's his comfort
What is
movie.
happening right now?
I don't know, I
Alex
feel
is
like-
talking to us.
I feel like I'm in her.
Alex said he was nervous and it's his comfort movie. Oh my
No.
god, maybe he lost his
He
virginity.
was
to
definitely not
Tron.
nervous if you hear
Listen,
the rest
no,
of the story.
once you hear the
Well,
rest
think
of the
about
story,
getting
listen,
down
Alex.
to the lighting from the Tron movie. Yo.
I don't know what Tron is.
Because I'm old. Fuck y'all, bitches.
What is Tron?
I can't.
Tron?
What is
You know what
it?
Tron
Okay.
is?
It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
a really
I'm
famous
aware it's
movie.
a
I was just
movie.
gonna bring it up. First of all,
It's like robots and shit. It's like
Look at the
Transformers or
lighting.
something, right?
okay, so there was like the original Tron, and then there's a remake Tron.
Oh,
Tron
yeah.
Legacy.
Yeah.
I've never been a big fan of these.
Says the woman who doesn't even remember them.
Well, now I do, now that I see the photo. I told you I'm not good with names. I'm good
Okay,
with
back to the piss story.
Okay,
Yes.
so anyway,
He
that
has
that
Tron
was the
Legacy
first
on.
thing. And he goes, as soon as I asked him, I was like, did you just fucking put on Tron Legacy? And he was like, yeah, it's the best. And I said, all right, that's a little weird, but okay.
Hot take,
And
but
then-
sure.
Then,
the best.
a little bit later, he looked at me and he said, I want you to pee in my mouth. And I said, what? And he said, I want you to pee in my mouth.
You just broke the fuck out of Alex.
There's a lot of breaking of the fourth wall here with the producer, I see.
And I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And he was like, why? I think it's hot. And I said, I think that's gross. 1, 2, I don't have to pee right now. 3, I can't.
Get yourself
I
a
can't.
Gatorade,
Well,
girl.
Yeah, that's
Importantly,
weird to me.
Hydrate up.
The first time you hook up with someone, save it.
I
Save
can't
it
pee
for,
while
like,
Jeff Bridges
few
is staring
times.
at me from the television.
No. That's terrifying. Then, a little bit later, he looked at me and he said, I'm gonna come in you. I want to get you pregnant. And I said, no, not gonna happen. Absolutely not. No.
Oh, he
Never
sounds like
fucking
Donald
again.
Trump, I would
I
imagine.
was traumatized. Traumatized.
This was the first time you
First time.
And mind you,
Yeah.
they weren't like dating. They're
No,
not
yeah,
dating.
yeah.
No,
They
this
said he
was-
wanted
this
to
was a
get you
hookup.
pregnant.
This yes.
Yeah.
This was a one-off
Yo,
hookup.
bitch, I'd be climbing out the bathroom window.
Dude.
Get out.
Yeah.
Danger.
It's like that
Horrifying.
dun 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 dun
Horrifying.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
That was my mind was like,
Thank God. Oh my God, I hope he
I was
never
like,
moves
what
to
did
Texas.
I walk into?
Can you imagine how many like children he's gonna sire in Texas where they can't get
Sire.
abortions?
But the good, like, he also couldn't get hard though because he was too coked out.
This is a lot of. So that's why I wanted the pee.
It's like all,
I
he
know.
couldn't do anything else. He said, I better get a drink.
he said, I have a Capri Sun. I want you to piss a Capri Sun amount of piss in my mouth.
Rolling right now.
I better get something out of this. The
Yeah.
urine. If I can't get the baby, I better
You
get the
know
urine.
what? I bet like 127 hours is his dream. Like he needs an excuse to just like
To
no
be
one
James
have
Franco.
any issues with him being like, I'll drink your piss.
Yeah.
I'll drink your piss. Like getting stranded with all of his friends is like his ideal moment. He's like,
He's
I'll
like,
drink
I'm
your
really
piss.
thirsty, man.
I'm
Big
really
yuck.
thirsty.
Yeah.
I'm so dehydrated. There's no
Big-
streams for miles. We just passed a stream an hour ago, my guy.
Oh, looks like
That's
my
big
water
yuck
bottle's out.
energy.
I'm not into it.
Big yuck energy. I'm not here for it.
And I want apple juice.
Yes.
All right, where can all these people
Yeah, where
find
can
your
we find you
crazy
guys?
asses? Jesus
We're gonna
Christ.
end on that.
This
We're
fucking
ending on the
episode
piss
is so off the goddamn rails.
And you
A
know what's
bunch of
funny
fucking-
is when you first got here, you're like, I love this female energy
Yeah.
today.
I want to just fucking get the fuck
It's-
away from all this vagina at this point.
It's feral
Like-
rat.
into
It's
feral
feral rat
rats.
girl. Feral rat
all
girl.
right, all right,
energy.
all right. Where can they find you?
Okay, you can find us each on Instagram at OCS Productions
And TikTok.
and TikTok, or separately at Hannah Horwatt and Kay Broch.
Yeah, BROCH, which is not Brock, it's Broch. And also, you can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts, wherever you're listening to this podcast, and look up She Said, Let's.
That was precious. I didn't know that you guys were in an a cappella group.
Hondo P.
Yeah. Have you ever watched
That was very
Pitch
Kristen
Perfect?
Bell of you.
That's why I say
I
the
said I
boring
love
part.
Frozen for
She
a
said.
reason, guys.
She says that? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have announcements?
Not necessarily. Moose is back to being healthy and happy, which makes me really happy. I was really concerned about it for a little. Your dogs are back to being healthy and happy and just one trauma score more. And, you know, I'm feeling pretty great.
Yeah.
My birthday's soon, which is stoking.
Leo
Amazing.
season
is
I
coming.
love stoking. I said stoking. I mixed amazing and stoked.
Joking.
I liked it.
Stoking.
I like stoking.
She's stoking the fire.
Stoking the
Yeah.
fire.
Stoking.
See,
What are your
Awesome.
signs?
Do you have any
Leo.
announcements? What's going on with you?
No.
No. Same old.
What's your
same old?
sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Okay, air sign sisters
Mhm.
here.
Ooh, air signs, fire signs.
What
Yeah.
up?
Our birthdays are 4
That
days
actually
apart,
tracks
baby.
really hard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
We need each other, you know?
correct.
It's truth.
I also have an Earth moon.
Me
So-
too,
I have an
bitch.
earth moon too.
All right, you new
Yeah.
age hoes.
Yeah.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
We gotta
Thank
go.
you.
Bye, guys.
Alex, wrap the shit up.
Get out of here.
Okay.